Welcome back to the Scholarships 365 channel. On this channel, you get latest information about scholarships, fellowships, internships. So please do subscribe our channel. Click on the bell icon to get notified about the latest videos. Welcome back to the Scholarships 365. In today's video, I'm going to talk about and give you some information how to get a French student visa. France is one of the most beautiful countries in Europe that not attract only tourism but also attracts international students from all over the world for quality education in France. France has top class universities in the global ranking along with highly qualified teachers and staff. Every year, thousands of international students from all over the world come to France for short courses, bachelor's, master's, PhD, and other degree programs. France is another country where universities have very low tuition fees, not only for French nationals but also for worldwide students. This country has excellent opportunities for quality education, a standard European lifestyle, and fantastic work environment. Now the question is how to obtain French student visa to avail all these opportunities. First, I will discuss, do you really need a French student visa? Whether you need a student visa or not, it will depend if you are an EU citizen or a non-EU citizen. For EU citizens, they will not need a French student visa to study in France. Instead, they will need only to study legally in France with a valid passport or a travel document. Besides this, if you are a citizen of another part of the world, you just need to obtain a French student visa to able to study at different universities in France. Now we will come to the point, what type of French student visa you need. There are several types of student visas available by the government of France for international students. Different types of French student visa will be offered depending upon the duration of education, how long he/she wants to study in France. So the first one is Schengen study visa or a short stay. Let's suppose you're planning to study in France for short courses like the French language, or a short term internship or any other short degree program that lasts less than 3 months, and you are very confident that you will no longer spend more than that in that country. In that case, you can apply for this type of visa, otherwise known as short stay or a Schengen student visa. The good news is that the Schengen student visa is issued free of charge, but it cannot be renewed again. Then the next visa comes visa to sit in entrance exams. It is available for the entrance exams of multiple French universities. If you need to go to France for admission tests for one or more universities, you can apply for a SIT entrance exam visa. If you pass your university entrance exam, you are eligible to apply for renewal of your French visa along with a 1 year residence permit. For more information, you need to contact the admissions department of the French university where you want to study your course. Then comes the temporary long stay French student visa. France is also offering a short term temporary long stay visa that allows the international applicants to study in France for up to 6 months for any short term courses. The good news is that you don't need to apply for a French residence permit separately if you applied for this kind of student visa. Then comes the long stay French student visa. The students who plan to study for a long term degree program courses in French for their bright career must need a long stay French student visa and a residence permit. The long stay student visa is available for those students if their study or education duration is more than 6 months. That extended stay student visa type is VLTS. I want to share that if you successfully obtain a long stay French student visa, you don't need to apply separately for a residence permit, as this visa acts as a residence permit during the whole duration of your study. As the duration of bachelor's undergraduate degree program is about 3 years, master's degree program is about 2 years, and PhD degree program is about 4 years in France. As for the duration of the study, there is no requirement for the French resident permit separately, so you can freely stay and study. If you need further information about long-term stay in French visa, you need to contact your French university, institution or embassy in your home country. Now I will discuss how do you apply for a French student visa to study in France. I have written a complete article for the international students so they don't need to search anymore to other websites for the French student visa application. France has developed one of the best online admission portal for French higher education institution in charge of promoting
French education abroad and welcoming foreign students and researchers from all over the world. This online admission portal is named as Campus France. There are hundreds of scholarships in France are managed by these Campus France system. International students from different parts of the world can apply for university admission, scholarship programs as well as a France student visa through the system of Campus France, as it is the official national agency of the higher education system of France for international students. The students of several countries will need to apply through Campus France for admission to French university by choosing CEF method. You can check here a list of countries if you need to apply for both your France student visa and entry. Once you have submitted to any French institution degree short-term program, you are eligible to apply for France student visa. To apply your French student visa application, you need to contact the embassy of France or the French consulate in your home country. And when they request required documents, you need to provide them as following: the admission letter, acceptance letter provided by the French institution. It should be on the university headed paper along with the full details of official acceptance at a French institution, details of the study programs, duration, start and end dates. Then you need to provide proof of sufficient funds to live in France. The required amount by France is about 650 euros, which is nearly about 820 US dollars a month. You have to show at least for 1 year. The statement must be in your own bank account, letter of guarantee, any financial loan, aid, scholarship or grant that support your studies in France. You also need to provide proof of return repatriation, which means after the completion of your study in France, you must go back to your home country in the form of a handwritten letter. Then you need to give a letter that you have purchased medical insurance with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros, which is 40,150 US dollars. There are many websites in France which offer medical coverage to international students. You need to provide proof of letter of accommodation, which means you already have arranged a place for your living in France that can be displayed in the form of a student residency permit confirmation or in the form of a board and residence certificate. You will need a language of proficiency certificate for French degree program if you are studying a French language course. Now we come onto the point on arrival in France, what things you need to complete to study in France. After arrival in France, you need to complete several tasks before the start of your study work. As you arrived in France on stay VLSTS extended visa, you need to send its official form along with a visa to the French Office of Immigration and Integration. You can send it by registered mail or in person. You must also send a valid passport copy, including your identity page and entry into France. Once your required documents are received, you will receive a confirmation receipt with further details of the next step if required. The next step may be the instructions that you need to obtain the medical examination certificate if you did not receive it in your home country. The good news is that your French institution where you get admitted helps you in this part of the process. In some cases, different French institutions have an agreement with OFII to help the international students to submit documents to French universities instead of French authorities. The cost of the administration is about 58 euros to manage these tasks. Now you guys are wondering that will you allow to work on a French student visa? France has great opportunities for international students. A student can work in France along with their studies to bear the educational expense. It allows the international students to work for 964 hours annually with a valid residence permit. Besides this, France has thousands of opportunities to provide to international students every year to brighten their careers. And also, there are thousands of international scholarships which are open for foreign students every year under different French universities scholarships, government scholarships and non-government scholarships programs. You can click on this link to get the list of international scholarships in France.
So that's it for today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our social media for latest opportunities around the world. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next one.